The ocean had always been a mystery to humanity. Even after reaching the stars with satellites and probes, most of Earth's deepest waters remained unexplored. Darkness, pressure, and silence ruled the deep. That was why Dr. Elias Morgan stood on the deck of the research vessel Odyssey with a mix of excitement and quiet fear in his eyes. The Odyssey floated above one of the deepest places on Earth, far from any shipping route. Around it, the ocean stretched endlessly, calm on the surface but hiding unimaginable depths below. This mission was supposed to be simple: map unknown areas of the seabed and collect geological data. No one expected history to change that day. Dr. Morgan was not alone. Scientists, engineers, and crew members moved across the deck, checking equipment and screens. The air smelled of salt and metal. Below them, a deep-sea submersible named Aquila was being prepared for launch. "Sonar scan is complete," said Dr. Lena Patel, the lead sonar specialist. Her voice carried both confusion and excitement. "There's something down there. It's not natural." Dr. Morgan turned toward her. "What do you mean by not natural?" She pulled up a large screen. The image showed a massive shape buried deep beneath the ocean floor, partially covered in sediment. Smooth edges, symmetrical design. "No rock formation looks like that," Lena said. "And it's huge." The room fell silent. At first, some thought it was a sunken ship from a lost age of human history. Others suggested it might be an experimental military craft, long forgotten. But the deeper the scans went, the stranger it became. "This thing is older than any modern ship," said Professor Daniel Cho, a historian on the mission. "But it's not ancient in design either." Dr. Morgan felt his heart race. "Prepare the Aquila. We're going down." Into the abyss. Hours later, the Aquila descended into the dark. Thick glass windows showed nothing but black water, lit only by powerful lights. The pressure outside climbed with every meter. Inside the submersible, Dr. Morgan, Lena, and two engineers sat in tense silence. The hum of machines was the only sound. "How much farther?" Lena asked. 500 meters, replied the pilot. Then suddenly the darkness broke. Light reflected off something smooth and metallic. The object emerged slowly from the shadows, enormous and silent, resting on the ocean floor like a sleeping giant. "It's not human," whispered one of the engineers. The structure was shaped like no ship ever built on Earth. It had no visible windows, no rust, no damage despite the crushing pressure of the deep ocean. Strange markings ran along its surface, glowing faintly. Dr. Morgan pressed his face closer to the glass. "This is impossible." The submersible circled the object. It was at least 300 meters long. Its surface looked almost alive, adjusting colors as the lights moved. "Metal composition unknown," Lena said after checking her readings. "It's not steel, not titanium, not anything we've seen." The realization hit them all at once. "This is a spaceship," Dr. Morgan said slowly, "and it didn't come from Earth. The world watches." When the Aquila returned to the surface, the Odyssey erupted in controlled chaos. Data was sent to global research centers. Governments were quietly informed. Satellites were redirected, but for now, secrecy remained. "This discovery will change everything," Professor Cho said. "Religion, science, politics, everything," Dr. Morgan nodded. "But first, we need to understand it." Over the next several days, unmanned drones studied the ship. Every scan confirmed the same truth. The vessel was ancient, yet far more advanced than modern human technology. No weapons were detected, no signs of damage. It was as if the ship had gently settled into the ocean long ago. "Why here?" Lena asked during one briefing. "Why Earth? Why the ocean?" Dr. Morgan had no answer. Then something unexpected happened: the awakening. During a routine scan, one of the drones lost signal. "Drone 6 is offline," an engineer reported. "No mechanical failure detected." Moments later, all screens flickered. The ship responded. A low vibration moved through the water, barely noticeable but powerful enough to be felt aboard the Odyssey. Lights on the alien vessel grew brighter. "It's activating," Lena said, her voice tense. "Pull back all drones," Dr. Morgan ordered. But before the command could be completed, a section of the ship shifted. A seam appeared where none had been before. Slowly, silently, an opening formed. "A hatch," whispered Professor Cho. The ship was opening itself. After intense debate, the team made a bold decision. "We go inside," Dr. Morgan said, carefully. First contact. Without words, the Aquila descended again, this time approaching the open hatch. The opening was large enough for the submersible to enter. Inside, there was no water. An invisible force held the ocean back, forming a clear barrier. The Aquila passed through, and suddenly they were inside a vast chamber filled with soft light. Gravity felt normal. The air was breathable. "Life support readings are stable," said the pilot, stunned. The interior was beautiful. Smooth walls curved gently, glowing with shifting colors. Strange symbols moved like flowing water. "This place is watching us," Lena said quietly. As if in response, the symbols stopped moving. A soft sound filled the chamber, not speech, but a deep hum that resonated in their chests. Then the light focused. A shape formed in the air, not solid, not fully light. A presence. Dr. Morgan swallowed. "We're not alone." The silent message the presence did not speak in words. Instead, images filled their minds. Stars, galaxies, civilizations rising and falling. They saw countless species, some familiar in shape, others completely alien. They saw great achievements and terrible mistakes. Then they saw Earth, humanity's early struggles, wars, curiosity. Exploration, survival. The message was clear even without language. "You were being watched." "This ship is an observer," Lena whispered. "A guardian, maybe." The presence showed them one final image. The ship descending into Earth's oceans long ago, hiding, waiting. Waiting for humanity to reach a certain level of understanding. The presence faded. The chamber lights dimmed. The ship fell silent once more. A changed world back aboard the Odyssey. No one spoke for a long time. Humanity was no longer alone in the universe. But more than that, humanity had been chosen. "This wasn't an accident," Dr. Morgan said finally. "They left this here for us." "For when we were ready," Professor Cho added. Lena looked at the ocean outside the window. "The question is, are we?" Far below, the ancient ship rested quietly, its purpose finally revealed. And above the waves, humanity stood at the edge of a future it never imagined. To be continued. The ocean had swallowed the alien ship for centuries, yet inside, time felt almost paused. Dr. Elias Morgan and his team were still aboard the Aquila, hovering in the vast interior of the vessel. The soft light of the chamber seemed alive, pulsating gently, as if the ship itself breathed. "We need to understand what we're dealing with, Doctor," Morgan said, his eyes scanning the strange symbols on the walls. "Everything about this ship is unlike anything humanity has seen, and yet somehow it's familiar." Lena Patel nodded. "It's designed to communicate, but not with words, not in any language we know." Professor Daniel Cho, still trying to process what they had seen the day before, added, "I've studied ancient scripts, alien languages from theory and fiction. Nothing comes close to this. This is different." Mapping the unknown, the first step was mapping. Every hallway, room, and chamber was scanned using the Aquila's sensors. The results were astonishing. The interior layout did not conform to human architecture. There were no right angles. Walls curved and flowed like water. Light shifted with their movement, creating paths where none seemed to exist. "It's like the ship is alive," Lena said. "It's changing as we move." Dr. Morgan frowned. "Or it's reacting to us." They discovered a central chamber that seemed to function as the ship's brain. A dome of pure light hovered in the center, with holographic projections flowing above it. As they approached, the lights brightened, revealing vast maps of stars, nebulae, and planets. "Coordinates," Lena whispered. These are interstellar. Professor Cho leaned closer. Look here, this is our solar system. The team was stunned. Earth, tiny and blue, was marked with a symbol they could not interpret. Next to it, lines and curves connected to distant stars and civilizations. This ship has been mapping the galaxy, Dr. Morgan said, and Earth has been part of its observation. The awakening of the AI, as if in response, the light in the dome began to pulse faster. Symbols on the walls shifted and merged, forming patterns that seemed deliberate. One of the engineers, Marco, reached out to touch the holographic projection, and the ship reacted. A voice, soft, melodic, almost musical, filled their minds, not with words but with meaning. Humans observed, learning. No one spoke aloud. The communication was clear in thought alone. The AI inside the ship was alive, conscious, and aware of them. Dr. Morgan focused. Who are you? Observer, protector, teacher. It was not hostile. It did not seem curious in a threatening way. Instead, it was calm, almost patient. The AI then projected a series of images directly into their minds. Planets devastated by war and neglect, civilizations collapsing from arrogance and greed. Societies that had reached the stars but destroyed themselves, and then images of humanity, children exploring, scientists discovering, humans building, creating, surviving. You have potential, the AI conveyed. Resilience, creativity, morality, uniqueness. Lena shivered. It's like it's judging us, but not in a bad way. Dr. Morgan nodded. It's evaluating, watching if we're ready. Exploring the ship, the Aquila carefully moved deeper into the alien vessel. Each chamber revealed more wonders. There were rooms filled with floating orbs, each containing a miniature ecosystem. Some orbs had plants that glowed faintly. Others held creatures unlike any Earth species. These are experiments, Marco said, or records of other life forms. Doctor. Morgan stepped closer to one orb. It contained a small creature, transparent, moving in fluid patterns. Light shifted inside it, reacting to their presence. The AI spoke directly in their minds again. One chamber contained a library of holographic tablets. Symbols shifted into images, and images transformed into thought patterns that humans could understand. Advanced mathematics, physics beyond their current understanding, medicine that could cure previously incurable diseases, all stored within the ship. This is unimaginable, Dr. Morgan said, feeling a mixture of awe and fear. We could accelerate human civilization by centuries. Professor Cho added, or make mistakes that could destroy us if we are not careful. The choice, the AI's next message was clear and deliberate. Knowledge is a gift. Use wisely. Choose path, accelerate or wait. The team understood immediately. The ship offered humanity a choice. Unlock the ship's full knowledge and advance humanity at a pace faster than ever before. Leave the knowledge dormant and continue their natural progression. Lena spoke softly. If we take it, the rest of the galaxy will notice. They may fear us or challenge us. Doctor. Morgan's mind raced. But if we don't take it, we might never reach our potential. This ship waited for us. Maybe this is the test. Professor Cho remained silent, deep in thought. Finally, he said, we have always explored, always learned. Humanity grows by understanding. We cannot turn back now. The decision was unanimous. They would learn. They would use the knowledge responsibly. The lessons begin. The AI opened access to the ship's archives. The team immediately began studying the advanced technology, energy sources far beyond nuclear power, medicine that could repair damaged organs and prolong life, faster-than-light travel technology. Each revelation challenged human imagination. The team took careful notes, understanding that misuse could have devastating consequences. Yet even with knowledge, the AI continued to teach in subtle ways. Holographic simulations trained them in problem-solving, strategy, and ethics. Lessons included the importance of cooperation, empathy, and responsibility. This is more than technology. Lena said one night. It's teaching us how to be better humans, Dr. Morgan agreed. Yes, knowledge alone is not enough. We need wisdom, and the AI is giving us both. First test, the AI presented their first real test. A simulation appeared, an alien world in crisis. The inhabitants were intelligent, facing extinction due to environmental collapse. You may intervene, decide their fate, observe consequences, the AI conveyed. The team worked together using logic, ethics, and creativity. They found solutions that preserved life and restored balance. When the simulation ended, the AI's approval was evident. Learning successful, potential confirmed. Dr. Morgan smiled. We're ready, but this is only the beginning. A glimpse of the stars. As days passed, the AI revealed more. Star charts showed distant civilizations, some peaceful, some aggressive. Humans learned about the vast diversity of life in the galaxy and the dangers that awaited unprepared species. One map highlighted Earth's location. Lines extended to distant stars, trade routes, observation points, and conflict zones. This ship has been keeping watch for centuries, Lena said. It studied us, waiting for the moment we could handle its knowledge. Dr. Morgan's mind raced. We are ready, but so many others will notice us now. The galaxy may not be as patient as the AI. A message of hope despite the magnitude of the knowledge and the responsibility. The AI left a final message in part 2. Humanity has survived against odds. Human curiosity and courage are remarkable. You have potential to thrive among stars. Use this knowledge wisely, protect each other, grow. The team understood. The ship was not just a vessel. It was a mentor, a guardian, a guide for humanity's future. Professor Cho looked around at the team. We have a choice now, a responsibility. We can shape the future of Earth and maybe the galaxy. Dr. Morgan nodded. Then we begin. Humanity has waited long enough. It's time to take the next step. A new chapter begins. The ship remained in the depths of the ocean, silently guarding its secrets. The humans left, returning to the surface with plans to carefully study the knowledge and share it responsibly. Back on Earth, they prepared for the world-changing task ahead. Scientists, leaders, and thinkers would soon join the mission. Humanity's future, once limited to one small planet, now stretched across the stars. The oceans had hidden a secret for centuries. Now, that secret was humanity's greatest opportunity. And humanity would not fail. The ocean had returned to its quiet, endless rhythm, hiding the alien ship beneath its waves. On the surface, however, humanity was changing. The discovery of the ship had ignited the imagination of the world. Scientists, engineers, and leaders worked together like never before. The knowledge from the vessel was vast, but humanity approached it with care, understanding the responsibility they carried. Dr. Elias Morgan stood on the deck of the research vessel Odyssey, looking out at the horizon. The sun painted the ocean in gold and orange. He could hardly believe how far humanity had come in just a few months. We're not the same people who first saw that ship, Lena Patel said beside him. Every day we learn something new, and every day we grow. Dr. Morgan nodded. Yes, and soon the world will see what humans are capable of. The first steps. Humanity began by improving life on Earth. Advanced energy systems provided clean power for cities. Medicine developed using alien techniques cured diseases that had once seemed impossible. Crops grew in barren lands using advanced ecological systems from the ship. But the greatest achievement was technology for space exploration. Faster-than-light engines, navigation systems that used the stars themselves, and communication devices that could send messages across galaxies, all became a reality. Governments worked together under a new cooperative organization called the Earth Advancement Council. While many debated politics and borders, humanity's leaders agreed on one mission: prepare for the stars. Dr. Morgan, Lena, Professor Cho, and a team of human scientists were chosen as the first to train with the AI. The ship guided them, teaching ethics, strategy, and diplomacy as well as technology. "This knowledge is powerful," the AI said one day. "Use it wisely. Others will watch." The humans understood. In the galaxy, civilizations were vast, complex, and sometimes dangerous. Humanity had to prove not only that they were intelligent, but that they were responsible. First contact preparation. One of the most critical lessons from the AI was how to communicate with other civilizations. Holographic simulations showed humans interacting with countless alien species. Some were peaceful, curious, or advanced, while others were hostile or aggressive. "Humanity is unique," the AI said. "You have creativity, empathy, courage, and adaptability. Use these strengths to thrive." Dr. Morgan and his team learned not only science, but diplomacy, ethics, and leadership. Every choice in the simulation had consequences, teaching humans how to act carefully. Finally, the day came to build the first human-crewed interstellar vessel. Using alien technology, the team constructed the Star Voyager, a ship capable of reaching other star systems faster than any previous human design. As the launch day approached, the world watched with anticipation. Humanity was about to take its first real step into the galaxy. The Star Voyager rested on its launch platform, sleek and gleaming with advanced alloys and glowing conduits. Dr. Morgan, Lena, and a small crew boarded. The AI, now integrated with the ship, greeted them in thought. "You carry humanity's hopes," it said. "Act with wisdom, explore, learn, protect." The countdown began. Spectators on Earth, millions of people, held their breath. Rockets ignited and the Star Voyager lifted smoothly into the sky. Unlike past launches, this one did not rely solely on chemical fuel. Advanced propulsion systems, guided by alien design, carried the ship into orbit and beyond. Soon, Earth became a blue dot in the vast darkness. The crew looked out at the stars with awe and determination. "We're really doing this," Lena whispered. Dr. Morgan nodded. "We're showing the galaxy what humans can do." The galaxy notices as the Star Voyager traveled. Sensors detected other civilizations. Some were curious, others were cautious. Reports came back that distant species had noticed unusual activity near Earth. Energy signatures, communications, and technology far beyond what should be possible. At first, some alien civilizations assumed humanity was a threat. But when the Star Voyager approached a neutral system for exploration, humans demonstrated cooperation, curiosity, and ethics. A holographic message arrived from a council of alien species. "We have observed your planet. Your technology is advanced, but more importantly, your actions reflect intelligence and morality. Humanity is unique. We wish to learn more." For the first time in history, humans were recognized by other galactic civilizations, not just for their technology, but for who they were. Exploration and discovery. Humanity began exploring distant worlds. The Star Voyager crew visited planets with strange landscapes, floating islands above gas oceans, forests of crystalline trees, deserts of shimmering glass. On each world, humans recorded data, studied life, and shared knowledge respectfully. On one planet, the crew found a civilization struggling with environmental collapse. Using techniques learned from the alien ship, humans helped restore the ecosystem, saving millions of lives. "Everywhere we go, we learn," Dr. Morgan said during a briefing. "And everywhere we go, we can help. That's what makes us human," Lena smiled. "Not just technology, compassion, intelligence, creativity, that's what sets us apart." The crew also encountered civilizations that had abandoned exploration due to fear or internal conflict. Humans inspired them, proving that cooperation and courage could overcome obstacles. Challenges arise. Not all encounters were peaceful. Some species saw humanity's rapid growth as a threat. A militaristic alien race monitored the star Voyager, unsure whether humans could be trusted. The AI warned, "Not all will welcome your presence. Be prepared. Show strength through wisdom, not violence." When a hostile fleet approached, humans did not attack immediately. Instead, they sent messages, demonstrated their knowledge, and offered cooperation. The aliens, curious and cautious, paused. Dr. Morgan realized that humanity's greatest weapon was morality and creativity, not weapons. By choosing careful diplomacy, humans avoided conflict while establishing trust. "Other species expect us to be reckless," Lena said. "But we're not. That's what makes us different." The message of humanity as humans explored the stars, their reputation grew. Other civilizations began to recognize that humanity's combination of ingenuity, courage, and morality made them capable of thriving in the galaxy. The AI communicated one final message to Dr. Morgan and his crew. Humans were watched for centuries. "You have proven your potential. Continue to grow, protect your planet, explore responsibly. Your kind can become a guiding example for others." The crew understood. Humanity's journey was only beginning, but they had proven that even a small, young species could stand proudly among the stars. Returning to Earth after months of exploration, the star Voyager returned to Earth. The crew was welcomed as heroes, not only for their discoveries, but for the example they had set. Humanity had learned to use alien knowledge responsibly, to work together, and to act with wisdom and courage. Dr. Morgan addressed the world. "We have learned that knowledge alone is not enough. What makes humanity strong is creativity, morality, courage, and the ability to cooperate. The galaxy will test us, but we are ready. We are humans, curious, resilient, and capable of greatness." Lena added, "We now have a responsibility to continue exploring, learning, and protecting life. This is the beginning of humanity's place among the stars." The world cheered. For the first time, humans knew they were not just citizens of Earth, they were citizens of the galaxy. A new era begins with the knowledge from the alien ship and their own creativity. Humans accelerated technology, medicine, and exploration. Education flourished. Hunger and disease began to decline. Humanity's potential had been unlocked. New ships were built. Humans traveled further than ever before. They formed alliances with peaceful civilizations and shared knowledge, respecting cultures and life. Every discovery, every step reminded humans of the lessons learned inside the alien ship: wisdom, responsibility, cooperation, and courage. Even in the vastness of the galaxy, humans stood proud, proving that a species from a small blue planet could achieve greatness not through domination, but through intelligence, empathy, and determination. The legacy. Centuries later, the ocean still held the alien ship, quiet and patient. Its purpose had been fulfilled. It had awakened humanity to its potential. Humans, now a respected and advanced species, never forgot the lessons they learned. They continued to explore, to grow, and to inspire others. The AI had given them knowledge. Humanity had given meaning to it. Dr. Morgan looked at the stars one last time from Earth, thinking of the journey that had begun in the ocean's depths. He smiled. "The galaxy is vast," he whispered, "but so are we." And so, humanity's leap into the stars was complete, not as conquerors, not as invaders, but as explorers, thinkers, and protectors, the finest that the universe had ever seen. A spaceship was found deep in the ocean by human scientists. The discovery inside changed everything HFY.